Hello, music fans. Welcome to Full Record Jacket with Phil and Ben, and this is our Glastonbury themed edition, which is bang up to date. Well, it's up to date, but we're not because
No.
what's it called? Glastonbury. That's right.
No, it's
It's
called
just
Glastonbury.
it's just got going.
That's
Well,
it.
it's in the swing. It's Friday now. I mean, people arrived on Wednesday, but I mean, the music's really in the swing of things now. We record this on Friday evening, and so we've got the whole weekend to look forward to. So, shall we look? Shall we look ahead? Now, I'll tell you what. I did just have it on the TV, and I did see a band that I've heard of before. I'd never seen them before. They're called The Comet Is Coming,
No,
and
never heard of them.
it was kind of like it was kind of groovy. It was kind of like
I'm just looking up the lineup.
okay, it's kind of like jazz fusion. It's like a fusion between rock and jazz and electronic music. I think they had a drummer, there's a keyboard player, and there was a guy playing live sax, and it was kind of cool. It was kind of
Yeah.
hypnotic. People were dancing to it, but they were also sort of
Was it as
chilling.
hypnotic as watching you dance?
No, because
Because
that's
that feels
that's not hypnotic. That makes people run away quite
I've
quickly.
heard that when you dance, all wars stop for that brief moment in time.
Probably, yeah. That's
So
very possible. So have you got the lineup?
I'm just looking at the lineup now, and I'm just looking at the pyramid stage, and I do listen to a fair bit of music, but I only actually know three of the bands on the pyramid stage
Yeah.
on Friday today. So,
Well, the Arctic Monkeys are on. Well, I think actually right now the Foo Fighters are on because they're the surprise guest. So
are they?
they're on
Oh,
Pyramid. They were on right now, and then later tonight it is Arctic Monkeys.
it is. And Royal Blood are on as well, aren't they?
Now I haven't seen the Arctic Monkeys on a live performance video for some time. Actually, it's probably some years since I've watched them, so I don't know whether they've evolved and they're doing anything much different or
I do like Alex Turner on stage. He's become more flamboyant as the years have gone on.
okay.
I was quite surprised Texas are actually on as well.
Yeah, they're normally on Carfest, aren't they, or something like that?
Yeah. Some folk fest, some you know the I don't know the Harbour Magna Field Festival.
Something like that. So they're quite high up the pyramid stage, really.
Yeah, they
Um,
are. Yeah. And Maisie Peters, I've never heard of her. I'm looking at the other stage, apart from Ben Howard and the Hives. The Hives, I thought they'd disappeared, but they seem to be back again. They played earlier today. And the Lightning Seeds,
yeah,
which would have been quite good. I've never heard of WizKid or Fred again.
I've never heard of them.
No, or Churches, never heard of them. So,
I have heard of churches. Don't they have the U with a V shape
yeah, that's
in
it,
their
yeah.
name? I have heard of them. I don't. I can't. I may have heard some of the music, but I can't recall it.
Obviously, I've heard of Churches because
Yeah, we're kind of getting old, aren't we, Ben? With this knowledge.
we are. I'm now looking at. I'm looking at the Woodsy. Why have they changed it from the John Peel stage? Why have they?
Well, some people say that it's not connected, and some people claim it's to do with John Peel admitting to doing things with teen girls
Uh,
who weren't necessarily underage, but he may have um, abused his position many years ago, something like that. Some people think it's been changed for politically correct reasons, and other people say, "Oh, it's always been changed every now and again anyway." But it does seem a bit suspect, doesn't it, that he suddenly
yeah. When did this come out? I've not heard this.
this happened. I think it was. I think this is the first year where it's not been called that, but I may be wrong about that. Maybe they changed it last year. I remember reading
Yeah.
this stuff. Um, Is that the one that's now called the Woodses
Woodses.
Stage? That's right.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
That's the tent one basically. It's got the tent
Yes, yeah,
covering over it.
yeah. Well, Hot
Um,
Chip are in there. I've heard of them.
yeah,
Cortinas, and that's it. I'm really out of touch.
you're very out of touch.
I mean, I say that this is my album which I've picked up this week, and it couldn't couldn't be any further from what's playing on that stage, really.
Louisville in the 60s. That's like sort of late 60s psychedelic-y, garagey stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I didn't know this about John Peel. Did it come out in some
Yeah,
interview
it
that
was talked
surfaced?
about. Well, it was covered in the media. There was all this. There was people getting annoyed about it and that kind of thing. But some, you see, I've heard it said, and I don't know enough about it to be honest. But some say that Emily Evis is woke. So that's why.
Yeah.
And
All right.
some people have accused her of putting acts on the pyramid stage who aren't very good, but they've been put on for diversity reasons. That's another thing that she's been criticised for. So, yeah.
Yeah, ticking the boxes.
Well, I don't know enough about some of these acts that are on to be able to have
No.
an opinion on that. But I think tomorrow, is it tomorrow? Saturday? Yeah. Tomorrow it's Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. I don't
Now,
mind Guns N' Roses.
now, I used to quite enjoy Guns N' Roses at the time, and I'm one of these people who liked the Use Your Illusion albums.
Yeah.
I kind of take
Appetite
them.
for Destruction.
I do take them to a certain extent as a bit of a cartoon band in a way. I don't take them overly seriously. To me, it's just entertainment. But remember when your heroes Oasis were getting arrested and thrown off ferries and stuff like that.
1994 on the ferry over to Holland.
Yeah. Well, Guns N' Roses did all that kind of thing before, but with longer hair.
Right, but the Who did it before them.
And they did exactly. So,
well, Keith Moon did anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'm just looking at the acoustic stage. It's got one of my favourite acts on.
Go on.
The Saw Doctors.
Right. Do not like them. I don't know much about them. I've always something's put me off them. Maybe it was you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff on. The Damned are playing. Noel Gallagher's first ever gig was The Damned.
Well, I'm intrigued by Guns N' Roses because they've got Slash on guitar, so it's not the fake Guns N' Roses that was going around a few years ago with Axl. This is the sort of proper, because it's got Slash on guitar.
Yeah.
I've been told that Axl's voice is not very good anymore. Now, I had low expectations last year of Paul McCartney's voice, and he was better than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah. For a guy who was, 79, 80 at the time?
I think he was 80,
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how good or bad Axl Rose's voice is going to be. Well, he's one of those vocalists whose voice is always bad if you're one of the people who doesn't like his voice, because it's. But I doubt he can still hit the high notes that he used to. I am interested. Well, it's you that he uses, isn't it, to do the.
Well, it's been said before, Philster, that my vocal range it's up there with the greats. Pavarotti learnt off of me.
Does he have you backstage for when he does "Sweet Child of Mine" and you have your own little microphone? And
I'm there. Yeah, I'm waiting for his lips to start moving. I don't like to brag about it, Phil. If I'm honest, I'm just having a look who else is on. Rick Astley.
Yeah, so Guns N' Roses are on Saturday night, and then Sunday. Oh, Rick Astley's on. I think in the daytime.
Yeah, he's on about 12 o'clock. The Manic Street Preachers are playing on the other stage on Saturday. Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's anybody else who stands out to me. I'm really going through this and thinking, I don't know any of these. Fatboy Slim's on the Park stage with Left Field. I've started getting a bit into Left Field recently. And the Pretenders are on as well.
Yeah, I noticed the Pretenders were on. There's not been much said about that, but it's interesting. Yeah, two great female rock stars of more advanced years, because you've got Chrissie Hynde there, and then Debbie Harry's on Sunday. Blondie are on 5 p.m. They are the tea time slot. Now, I'm quite interested in that because I've been watching the videos that have gone onto YouTube from the Isle of Wight and Cardiff Castle last weekend. And Debbie looks to be on amazingly good form, considering. And I know this is the thing with the rock stars as they get older. People go, "Oh, they're really good for their age," and it's a bit kind of patronising, isn't it? Where people
Yeah, a bit
say,
condescending.
"Oh, well done, Debbie. You're doing really well considering you're 77." But I do admire the fact that they're still doing it at that age, and it's the whole growing old disgracefully thing, and just not caring what anybody says, and just going on and doing it. And you know,
I've been
to be
doing that
fair,
since I was born.
to her, she's doing it, and she can sing okay. I mean, her voice obviously doesn't have the power it used to have, and but what I quite like about Debbie Harry when she's got older is her voice has taken on this sort of slightly deeper hue, and she's gone a little bit like a kind of a rock
Barry
and
White.
roll, well, a rock and roll Peggy Lee, I kind of
Oh
think.
yeah, 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 yeah.
When she does the ballads or the slower songs, she has got this more of a Peggy Lee sound to her
Peggy Lee
voice.
did Fever.
Yeah, yeah, but she can still do. She can still do the up tempo songs fairly well, but obviously the
Yeah,
band helps as well. But she has still got the stage presence, like Jagger.
yeah. Well, oh yeah, he definitely has. I'm just looking at the acoustic stage tomorrow. There's a couple on there quite wouldn't mind seeing. The Magic Numbers have never really done it for me. Badly Drawn Boy they're on, and Glenn Hansard, who I enjoy him quite a bit. And the Avalon stage, Jake Shears, wasn't he in Scissor Sisters? Isn't that
He's a scissor. He's a half of a scissor pair of scissors.
Sister? Yeah, and Melanie C, one of my favourite female albums of all time, her debut album. Um, and then we get on to the Sunday. Blondie are on at 5 o'clock. Um, Elton John's obviously headlining, isn't it? His last ever gig or something.
He claims it's his last ever gig in Britain. Yeah,
Ah, right, yeah, because he'll probably have a tax bill to pay somewhere.
I think he's doing some big world tour at the moment, isn't he? I believe, which
Yes,
is
yeah, he is, yeah.
supposedly farewell tour. So he
And
claims.
then Cat Stevens is on as well. And Sophie Ellis Bextor, who, Queens of the Stone Age are on the other stage on Sunday. And they are actually the only act I know on the other stage on Sunday. The War on Drugs, I know them. And I don't know anybody else. The Woodsy stage on Sunday, Editors are playing. I know them. I really don't know a lot of these bands.
Well, this is where you're going to turn. You need to turn it on and discover something amazing.
I
That's
do, don't I?
the
Yeah,
whole
because I'm
thing.
looking at the Park stage. All Jay are on. They're not bad. Thundercat are okay. I
You
take
know
it
more of
Alison
these than
Gold.
me.
Yeah, Alison Goldfrapp. I take it she is the lady from Goldfrapp.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Um, yeah, I know. Yeah, there's obviously there's some. The Bootleg Beatles are always play there every year. Toya Wilcox is playing on the acoustic stage. I'm trying to see. I'm going down here to sort of. Oh, Will Young's on. To see there's an artist. I just think, what the hell are you doing there? And to be fair, there's a couple, but yeah, I mean, who's going to Glastonbury to watch Will Young?
that's just mad, isn't it?
Yeah. I just don't. Will Young's on, and Misha Paris doesn't really float. You know, I mean, I can't imagine like if you've got some other act on. Say if you've got like I don't know, so they're not playing this year, but the Killers or the Foo Fighters playing on one stage. Are you really sat there going, well, it's the Foos or Will? Which one's it going to be? You know. But I suppose it caters for all, doesn't it? I suppose that's the joy of Glastonbury.
It
It's
caters
never,
for all.
yeah, it's never appealed to me. I don't like a lot of people around me, so it would weird me out slightly. But looking through it, I mean, obviously it's to get the lineup that they do on a yearly basis. I think is pretty good. But I'm going to have to watch the footage and re-educate my mind before I become one of those people in their mid-40s, 20s, who's like, oh, I never lose touch with modern music. I've lost touch with modern music. so,
So, viewer, what do you think? Do you know more than us about the lineup of this year's Glastonbury? Is there some band that we should be checking out?
one thing I was
Let
going to
us
say
know.
actually wasn't Taylor Swift supposed to be headlining or something this year? Wasn't she supposed to be there? I might be
I
wrong on
don't
that
know.
one, but I'll be looking forward to the Arctic Monkeys. There's a lot on there I won't be looking forward to. But yeah, if people want to tell us what they think or acts that we should be looking at, then I mean, my cousin's there. He goes every year. He'll probably tell me what I should be listening to, the Mary Wallopers or something like that. So, but until I see it, I can't comment on it. All I can say is the Arctic Monkeys will be great. But there's no act on there that I think, wow, that's really
I
mega.
wish I'd gone. I wish I could be there. No, not for me either. Having just watched a bit of it tonight, it looks hot, and my first thought was, I'm glad I'm not there.
But it was raining earlier, so it's a lot of people all pooing in the same toilet, and that doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. But the music will be great, and that's what it's about. It doesn't care where you poop, as long as you enjoy the music through these holes, not the other, one.
Okay, that's our Glastonbury preview over and done with. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for following. Thanks for liking. Thanks for sharing. Join us for another one very soon.